What is going on, everybody? It's Zach Michael here, and today we are going to be collaborating with Dez Wright and using one of his samples today. Now, if you guys don't know, Dez Wright is a 20 times platinum producer who's worked for people such as Drake, Jay-Z, Young Thug, Kendrick Lamar, and tons of people. If you look up Dez Wright's catalog, you probably have heard a couple songs from him at the bare minimum. He's a sample maker, uses a lot of different analog synths, processing and like tape machines and that sort of thing. And he put out a new pack on Splice called the Dez Wright Synth Lord Sample Pack. Now it's going crazy, and I kind of went through it and picked out this loop here. And we're going to be making a beat with this loop today. Pretty fire sample. So we're going to go ahead and pitch it down 3. So 1, 2, 3. This is just the Melodyne MIDI of the loop. We're going to slow it down too. So 144. So let's go ahead. Just kind of drag in our snare here. Just going to create a pattern like that. Has some bounce, but it's nothing too over the top, too crazy. We might even add some more melodies on top of this. Let's just add a 2-step hi-hat. And now we'll go ahead and like add another melody or two. So what we're going to do is filter the loop with the EQ, just like that. We're going to have this be like a separate section in the actual production when we do the arrangement. But I'm going to go ahead and load up Electra X and try to find a preset that I've made in there that we could add something on top of this. Let's see what we find. I'm going to take my time to really find a sound. This one might work. So I'm just going to go ahead here and just make sure that the Melodyne MIDI got things correct with what notes are in the actual scale. Something like that. I already know I want to process this, so I'm going to throw on a trance gate. Put it on 1/16. And then just turn down the mix knob. Throw some reverb on this. I'm gonna open up a different reverb though. We're gonna use this reverb here. But for now, we're gonna mute that and just kind of use the core loop to get some 808s in here. We're gonna go ahead and boost it and just click cut itself. And now we can kind of put on our 808s. Might do a pattern kind of like that. And we're going to add another EQ. Just cut some of the lows out of the sample so the 808 can kind of come through a bit more. Now let's just find a kick to add on top. We'll use this kick here. And we're going to go ahead and click Alt K to put these all on the same note. Just up the velocities. So now let's have a section where instead of a snare, it'll be a clap. And let's go ahead and add another section with the arcade sound going through it. So we're in the scale of D minor. Now that we pitched it, we're going to put it into D minor. And we're going to try to find something that sounds cool. I know I want something kind of in the background, so we're going to go into this bank here. We'll just download some of these and see what we can find. Like any textures. This texture could work. We turn it down and just kind of EQ out some of the highs. I'm trying to leave room for artists, so I always keep that in mind when I'm creating beats. Like, while I could go crazy and have a million sounds going on and a million different perks and stuff, I am trying to leave room for artists. I think this has all the main elements I need out of the beat. So we're just going to let the arrangement kind of shine and try to get all these different sections in the actual production, you know, in different spots. So let's go ahead, just lay all these out. And now just go ahead, get started. So the intro, we'll have the sample here for 4 bars because I just want to throw my tag in this section here. We're going to put that like that. And now we'll have kind of like a pre-hook or a bridge. I always put it here, or it could even be part of the hook depending on how the artist decides to go about it. I like the tsunami dropper from one of my kits. Gonna go ahead and use the arcade and the little EQ to filter out the loop. Throw the clap. We'll put the open hat right there on the 5. And I'll put a little riser sound effect. So we're gonna make sure that that's on time. Go ahead and just turn the volume down, pitch it up a bit, put it to a mixer track. Go ahead and working on the arrangement here. Something like this. We're gonna go ahead and cut the hi-hat here right when this first snare comes in. Then the hat will come back in. But we're gonna go ahead and make it unique. Pitch it down a bit. Just a way to pitching your hi-hat down like that is kind of a way to make a more unique section in your verses without really changing up the flow too much. Like, an artist could rap right over that and it doesn't really get in the way, but it keeps the production interesting. And I always try to think of that. Like, whenever you're producing, try to think of ways to keep the production interesting without throwing off an artist. And like pitching the hi-hats down in a section is a great way to do that. Like, the rhythm hasn't changed, but the listener subconsciously knows this is a different section. It just, little elements like this can go a long way when you're actually producing and doing the arrangement. But this right here is my collab beat with Dez Wright. So if you guys enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out ElizabethRecords.net. Thanks so much for watching. Head on over to ElizabethRecords.net if you'd like to support me. You can purchase VST expansion banks, drum kits, loop kits, and MIDI kits that'll level up your production there.